At some point during the development, we were listening to our streamers, what the streamers wanted, what the streamers didn't want. And a lot of the streamers said, we want everything to be unlocked right when I get the game. And the reason we want everything to be unlocked right when I get the game is because I've got people who are following me in stream and they want to play multiplayer and they're watching me play and they want to be able to jump in and play multiplayer with me right now. And we need to have everything unlocked as soon as I buy the game. It's my game, I bought it, I want everything to be unlocked. And so we did that. And while a small percentage of our louder, more vocal users were happy with that decision, it created another knock-on effect. And the other knock-on effect was people said, why am I playing the single-player campaigns? What's the point of the single-player campaigns? There's no point to these single-player campaigns. Well, the point to the single-player campaign used to be that you unlocked stuff. That used to be how you got all the extra units and all the extra stuff, was you had to get them through the single-player campaign, and you had to unlock them that way. And when we removed that and said, no, they're all unlocked the minute you get the game, so you can play it all right from the scratch, suddenly this huge portion of the game became meaningless. And I know that your answer, the immediate answer is, well, if it had been fun, it wouldn't have been meaningless. That's actually not true. And it's very interesting. I read an article once about World of Warcraft and people who were addicted to World of Warcraft and how can you cure yourself, because there are people that have a real live honest to God addiction to World of Warcraft. They can't stop playing. It eats up their lives, it ruins their relationships, fucks up their life. There are people that really need to, for them it's as bad as maybe not as bad as a drug, but it's similar to a drug in the sense that it's really messing with their lives and they need to stop. And the easiest way to stop playing World of Warcraft is to go find somebody who's got a private server of a pirated private server of World of Warcraft. Start playing the game and give yourself everything, and then wander around the world with everything unlocked. And after like 20 minutes, you're bored off your mind. There's no point to it, and you quit. And that's how you cure a World of Warcraft addiction. And this is the same thing. Even though you think you want everything unlocked from the very beginning because you think it's my game and I want to have all these units, I want to have everything unlocked. The pleasure that you get from unlocking things, from completing things, from saying I can now use this kind of unit or I have this hero unlocked because I finished this campaign, that joy, that sense of completion is actually pretty compelling. And looking at Last Regiment, we will be re-adding that. That's something I feel very strongly about. That you're not going to have everything unlocked the minute you start the game. Now, I'm also committed to this not being a free-to-play game. So, because another way we could do it is just to do, like Hearthstone does. Hey, grind the game. When you grind the game, you get more coins. And you get more coins, you can buy more gotcha decks. And the gotcha decks may or may not have the fucking Archmage that gets all the fireballs. We could do that, but I don't like that. I hate that. I don't want to do that. And so instead, what I want to do is I want to make it much more a matter of, hey, here's this campaign goal. You hit this campaign goal. Hey, you beat this one faction. That means that the hero of that faction is unlocked and now you can play this faction in the game. So when I go play multiplayer, I can see people who are like, oh my god, he's got that cool user. He must be he's got that cool faction. He must be somebody who finished that much of the game. He must be a good player. And so if you want to have this cool hero, you have to go play the single player. You have to go get good at, and there's another sort of knock-on effect to this. Going back to one of the challenges that we had with Kalasia was we had people that would get the game, and because they weren't forced to go through any tutorial, they weren't, we made it totally optional because, again, our loudest users said, I don't want to play the tutorial. I want to play right now. Why are you wasting I'm watching a streamer. I want to play. I get the game, tells me I have to play a tutorial, and now I can't play with, PewDiePie just like I thought I could, and that sucks. And we said, all right, fine. We'll make the tutorial optional. What did we get? We got a lot of people who started the game. It's a strategy game. All strategy games need tutorials. That's just the fucking way it is, right? If you went and bought a copy of Axis and Allies and put all the pieces on the board and didn't read the rules, you couldn't play Axis and Allies. There's at some point, if you're going to play a strategy game, there has to be some level of you learning the rules. And we do that through fun tutorials. And because we made that tutorial totally optional, people jumped right into multiplayer games without having played the tutorial. And they said, this game's no fun. I don't understand it. Well, of course you don't understand it. If I had just dropped you into a raid in World of Warcraft without having you go through the first couple levels of World of Warcraft, which were cleverly disguised tutorials, you wouldn't have known how to play World of Warcraft either, right? And this, again, was us listening to the loudest people and saying, well, that's what our users want. We have to do what the users want. Was not smart. And so, again, you're not going to be able to play multiplayer until you've finished I don't know how much. We're going to try to keep it short. We're going to try to make it fun. We're going to try to integrate it into the story. We're going to try to make it painless. But we are going to force you to play some amount of tutorial and play some amount of this game before we actually allow you to jump into a multiplayer game and be bitchy and angry and upset that you don't know how to play the game, because you'll know how to play the game because you went through the tutorial. So that was another sort of learning that we got from Legends of Galatia.